So today we are going to discuss about how to put multiple color conditions in Tableau and how to use window functions. So how to place multiple color conditions in the color marks card. So earlier we have seen how to put single color condition. So we have used how to put one particular condition in Tableau, but today I'm going to show you how to put multiple color conditions and how to, yeah, Prashant. Hmm. అంటే కొన్నిటికి ఇప్పుడు డూ నాట్ చేయాలంటే కొంచెం ప్రాసెస్ ఎక్స్ట్రా ఉంది. అట్లా మళ్ళీ వాటర్ ఫాల్ చార్ట్ చేయడానికి ఒక ప్రొసీజర్ ఉంటుంది. అట్లా ఒక్కొక్క దానికి ఒక్కొక్క ప్రొసీజర్ ఉంటుంది. డూ నాట్ చార్ట్ ఆల్రెడీ అయిపోయింది కదా క్లాస్. మీకు మళ్ళీ చూపిస్తాను. మెజర్స్ డైమెన్షన్స్ వాడి మొత్తం అన్ని చార్ట్స్ ప్రిపేర్ చేస్తాం. ఒక్కొక్క చార్ట్ కి ఒక్కొక్క లాగా ప్రిపేర్ చేస్తాం. ఇప్పుడు వర్డ్ క్లౌడ్ క్రియేట్ చేయాలంటే ప్రాసెస్ ఏంటి? సో వర్డ్ క్లౌడ్ క్రియేట్ చేయాలంటే మనం సబ్ కేటగిరీ ఇందులో ఇక్కడ టెక్స్ట్ సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకోవాలి. ఫస్ట్ సబ్ కేటగిరీ కలర్లో వేసుకోవాలి, సబ్ కేటగిరీ టెక్స్ట్లో వేసుకోవాలి, అండ్ సేల్స్ వచ్చేసి సైజ్లో వేసుకోవాలి. ఇది ఒక ప్రాసెస్ అన్నమాట. సో ఈ ప్రాసెస్ గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాలి. ఒకసారి మనం చేసేటప్పుడు ఇందులో ఏ ఫీల్డ్స్ ఉన్నాయనేది గుర్తుపెట్టుకుంటే, సబ్ కేటగిరీ కలర్లో వేసాను, సబ్ కేటగిరీ టెక్స్ట్లో వేసాను, సమ్ ఆఫ్ సేల్స్ సైజ్లో వేసాను, సమ్ ఆఫ్ సేల్స్ సైజ్లో వేసాను. సో ఆ వాల్యూని బట్టి మనకి టెక్స్ట్ యొక్క సైజు చేంజ్ అవుతూ వస్తుంది. సో అట్లా అట్లా ప్రతిదానికి ఒక ప్రొసీజర్ ఉంటుంది. నీకు క్వశ్చన్ ఏంటి నాకు అర్థం కాలే. దీనికి పారామీటరా? ఓకే, సో ఇప్పుడు సేల్స్ వాడుతున్నాం కదా, ఇక్కడ సైజు సేల్స్ బేస్ మీద వస్తుంది. ఇప్పుడు స్వాప్ మెజర్ అనే క్యాలిక్యులేషన్ డైరెక్ట్ సైజులో పెట్టామనుకో, ఈ సైజ్ అనేది నువ్వు ఆ మెజర్ అనేది చేంజ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. అర్థమైందా? ఇప్పుడు సెలెక్ట్ సేల్స్, మేక్ ఇట్ స్ట్రింగ్, సేల్స్ ప్రాఫిట్ డిస్కౌంట్. ఓకే, this is swap measure calc. If select measure is equal to sales, then sales, else if select measure equal to profit, then profit, else if select measure equal to discount, then discount. And okay, ఇదే మనం స్వాప్ మెజర్ కి రాసాం. సో instead of putting sales here, I'll put that swap measure in the size. Okay, ఇప్పుడు ఇది ఈ సైజ్ ఆఫ్ ద లెటర్స్ అనేది పారామీటర్ సేల్స్ బేసిస్ మీద వస్తుంది. put this parameter. ఓకే, సో ఇది సేల్స్ బేసిస్ మీద వస్తుంది ఇప్పుడు. సో ఇఫ్ ఐ సెలెక్ట్ దిస్ టు ప్రాఫిట్, సి ద సైజ్ ఇస్ చేంజ్డ్ అండ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ కమింగ్ బేస్డ్ ఆన్ ప్రాఫిట్. You can use it anywhere. Now the binders has more value, discount. So here you can change subcategory also. Instead of subcategory, you can put swap dimension in the color and in the text. You try this. ఓకే, ఇది ఇట్లా పెట్టాను కదా, నువ్వు డైమెన్షన్ బదులు స్వాప్ డైమెన్షన్ అనే క్యాలిక్యులేషన్ ప్రిపేర్ చేసి ఇందులో పెట్టేసి. Okay, so let's get started. So how to place multiple colors in the color marks card and usage of window functions, and how to create a donut chart in Tableau, and how to do a waterfall chart in Tableau. So now let's see how to put a color condition. So before going to explain about multiple color condition, I will show you how to put single color condition. Sales, I'm taking subcategory, and I'll just okay, let it be as it is. So let me do a create calculated field. If sum of sales greater than 150,000, or let's say 1 lakh only. If sum of sales greater than 1 lakh, then good, else bad. So this is one of the single color condition. Color condition. Say okay. Put that color condition in color marks card. Okay, so whichever is more than $100,000, so that is colored as orange color. And whichever is less than $100,000, that is colored as blue color. Here we will select good as green, bad as red. Whichever is less than $100,000, we'll color it as red. Okay, so here I am able to apply single color condition. What if I have one more measure? Okay, now I'm able to see the same condition. See, this is based on sum of sales. So the condition that I have written, if I go to my color condition and open that, I have specifically mentioned that it is for sales. Let me increase the resolution. Okay, so I have specifically mentioned that only one measure, if it is greater than $100,000, then it is good. The same condition is applying to the profit as well. Okay, but I want to see two different conditions. One for this measure and one for this measure. I want to see different condition. So let me, so here I can apply one condition. Okay, so this I'll take sum of profit. I'm control selecting and putting in the color. So here I can see one condition. And if I go here I can put one condition. So there are two marks cards. So I can see two color legends here. So based on this, I can select. Okay, if there are negative values in profit, if it is negative, I'm showing it in a different color. If it is positive, I'm showing it in a different color. And sum of sales, there are no negative values. I'll put some start date and date. So I'll mention 100,000 and put 3 steps. Or let's put only 2 steps. So the coloring is based on that. So let's say if you select 2 steps, you will get only 2 colors. So I have selected two steps. So I will get only 2 colors. So the coloring is based on more than 100. If it is 100,000, more than 100,000, it will be colored in a different color. If it is less than 100,000, it is in a different color. So how am I specifying that 100,000 value is? So the center value is 100,000. So if I mention 3 steps, say apply. Yeah, the color condition calculation that I have written, it is not being used. Or we can, if you want, we can put that color condition. Yeah. Sale ke liye, yeah. As I'm keeping only in the sales wala marks card, I'm just putting it. So in profit, I can put a different color condition. So I can see different color condition for profit and different for sales. If you see, this is red. I mean, this is in a different color and this is in a different color. Eh, For profit, it is showing only for the negative. It is not taking the 100,000 value and it is not doing. Yeah. So we can do that on basis of so whichever measure we want. So not only like this. So this is you can do when you have different marks card. So now I will show you when you don't have different marks cards. So if you have some scenario like, so let's take sales and profit, and let's take subcategory only, and let me have this as a tabular chart. Okay, here I want to color. Let's say if I put color condition, I'm able to color. But if you see, it is only based on the sales. As I have mentioned only sales here, so it is coloring only based on sales. And when I try to put another color condition, if I control select, it's a profit. If I try to put it over here, it will not allow me to put that color. Let's say if I select profit from here and if I put it over on the color, so it will replace the existing one. And now I'm able to see based on profit. But there is an option, where I can color it based on the 2 color conditions. So let's put measure values in the color, and right click on measure. Or let's put like this, sales and the profit. So hold Control Shift and put it in the color marks card. Okay, so here there is an option to use separate legends. So measure values. So we have 2 measures that are being selected, profit and sales. And when you right click on this, so you have an option called use separate legends. So for profit, you will get 1 legend, and sales, you will get 1 legend. So for profit, I want to use 2 step colors, and I want to color it based on positive and negative values. You can see positive values are coming in 1 color and negative values are coming in 1 color. For sales, I want to color in this 2 step color only, and I will take the middle value as 150,000. Anything which is greater than 150,000 will be colored in a different color. Okay, so 167, 207, 150, all these are colored in a different color. And anything which is less than 150,000 is colored in a different color. So for that, what we have done is we have done measure values into the color. So if you remember in our previous classes, we have discussed about measure names and measure values. So what does measure names contain, Rakib? Yeah, so it will contain the headers, basically the headers of the sales and profit, all the measures. Measure values contains all these values. All measure values will be contained in the measure values. Okay, so this is how you can put multiple color conditions. Multiple color condition. Yeah, so let me do it from the starting. So subcategory, I'll take sales, I'll take profit as well. Okay, so if I put sales in color marks card, so it will color it based on the sales values. If I put profit, it will color it based on only profit. But I have two measures. If you see, I have two measures. I want to put it based on two measures. So what I will do, I will take measure values, which will have all the measure values. So I'm taking measure values. And if you right click on this, so use separate legends. So it will have profit and sales. And if I click on use separate legend, it will use separate legend for profit and separate legend for sales. So profit, I have negative values. So I will color it for negative values, one color, and positive values, one color. Say okay. And sales, it has positive value, only positive values. I will take center value as 150,000. Just double click on this legend, right click on, or just click on this drop down and say edit colors, or you can directly double click on this. Yeah, yeah, sum of profit is right. See? This one minus 56,000 किधर है? हाँ 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 इधर हाँ ओके. Hmm. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so that is about multiple color condition. Okay, so I have provided steps also here, how to create multiple color condition, how to select use separate legend and all. So just put measure values and you can use separate legends. And I will share this PPTs with you so you can follow these steps and publish it in the Tableau public and share with me. And now we will discuss about how to use window functions. So let's just start doing. So for doing that, we just need to have an order date, and make it as month, make it discrete, take sales, and write some window function, window sum of sales, comma 1 comma 0. Start must be less than. Yeah. So some case ups we are doing the Windows sum. So in Windows we'll have average. We'll have. I mean we are not doing sum two times, but that is I'll show you how it will does. Start and okay. Say apply. So this is Windows sum. Double click on this. Let's say if you want to add previous values. Okay, let's say I want to keep on adding my previous value to the current value. So 14,500 and so these are my exact correct sales values without modification and all. These are my sales values, the top one which you are seeing. So here I'm telling Tableau that window sum of sales. So take the previous one and add it to this one. -1 meaning take the previous one, 0 meaning the current value, current value. So -1 meaning the previous value. So add previous value to the current value. So there is no previous value for January 2020. So it is adding the value of itself and you're getting 14,518. And sum is mainly because we are just doing a addition. So in Windows sum, we'll have average also, we'll have count and everything. So we are telling Tableau that you need to do sum. So you need to do addition. That is why we are using two times. I mean, it is coming as two times. So now let's say if you want to trying to calculate February 2020. So it is basically you are calculating the previous month and the current month. So -1 meaning previous 1 month, previous 1 month. Or if you have -2, previous 2 months you need to add to the current month. And when it is 0, current month. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Hmm. Correct. -2, previous 2 months, previous 2 months. Yeah. So if you see February 2020, right? So what is the previous month for February 2020? So here I have mentioned -1 only. So it has to add previous month. So that is why you're getting the sum of these two, 14,518 plus 4520. So this calculation is just doing 14,518 plus 4520. Okay, so when I say -2, so it will add 2 months, but there is no previous 2 months. So let's go to March. Hmm. Current location, yes. So, hmm, yes. So for this, it is January. So the previous 2 months for January, there are no previous 2 months. So it is giving you only January ka data. February, trying to find out previous 2 months, but there is only 1 month. So it will find out only these 2 months sum and it will give you 19,000. What about March? What are the previous 2 months? January, February. It will add all these two with the current month and it will give you 75,972. Now tell me for July. Minus 2 comma 3 if you do, it will add the next values also. Let's say if I make this as 1. 0 meaning current value. So previous value, there is no previous value, 14,500. Okay, so there is no previous value, current value plus next value. So I have added 1 here, right? So it will add next value. Yeah, so here you need to place next values and minus meaning previous values. Yes, Prashant. June value? Hmm. June, this one. It is the sum of all this and this July also. June के लिए? No, yeah. On current value basis, you can do how many you want to do the sum of, you can mention. So I just want to take, I just want to add only the previous two values. Okay, so in this case, that it is my decision or it is my requirement. I just want for current value, I want to add previous values. Previous two values or three values, that will be your requirement. With current value, what I want to add. It is not depending on the data. It is depending on the requirement. So I am trying to, if you would minus 2 come out 0 to the current value meaning if I'm in May. So let's say if I'm in May, so what is the current value? 26,320. What are my previous two values? These are my previous two values. So sum of all this will become 11149, which will be my window calculation. Yeah. And if I'm in June, okay, so this will become my current value. And what are the previous values? Okay, I will add May, June also, which will become 94,936, which will become my July 2020 window of calculation. Okay, so here I told that to take previous two values. I can also tell take next value also. Next one value I need to take. So if you select June, so I told to take previous two values and I also told to take next value also. Okay, so I should add all these four, which will be 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1. So that will become my window calculation. Okay. Yes. If you are in July, what it will be? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 8, 5, 4. That will become your July window calculation. Okay. Prashant, can you tell me November 2020? If, my current month is November 2020. So I need previous two values and next. What are my previous two values and the next value? Yeah. So summation of all this will become 265,919. That will be my window calculation value. Okay, so on that basis, we can do the window calculation. So if you increase it to 2, so let's say if I'm in August 2020, now Rakib, tell me what are my previous values and what are how many values I need to select. Yeah. So the summation of all this will become 212618, which will become my August 2020 window calculation. So that is how I can specify to add previous two values or the next two values. So here I can specify. So this position, whatever number you change, so that will give you the previous values, and here it will give you the next values. So, okay. Yeah. Yeah, so those type of requirements you will get it. So let's say, and let's say if I'm in this current month, but I want to see in last 3 months what is my total. So every time you don't need to calculate the 3 months ka total. So last 3 months, how am I performing? So you can see current month also, and the summation of last 3 months also you can see, instead of adding it every time. At a time you can see it. So that depends on the requirement. Yeah. Specify mention is called. Hmm. Any months, how many months that we want to add, we can specify here. In across and all, it will keep on adding the previous values and give you the sum. Here we can restrict on how many months we need to add. Yeah, Rakib. Mm. Yeah, yeah, yes. If you just want to add only next values, you can make this as 0. So it will just add the next months. So if you are in April, current month plus next 2 months, which will be 89 to 85. Is your window calculation. You can also do next values also. Okay, so that is how we can use window calculation, and on same basis we will have window average, window count, window core. All this we don't use it much. Window count we can use. So it will also be same like this. So if you want to count it based on the previous two values or the next values, so it will be same as window sum. And now let's move on to the next topic. So these many window functions are available. So mostly we use window sum, window average, window max. So when you say average, so let's say now we have taken this as 0, comma 2. Okay, so if we are in March, so it will add next two values on basis of sum. But when you do average, so it will do the same thing. It will, yeah, perfect. So when you do average, it will take these three values and it divided by 3. So that will be your average. Okay, so that's how it calculates average, and minimum, maximum are also same. So it will take these three values, and in these three values, what is the maximum value? Yeah, so if you use window max, it will give you 56,934. So the comparison, it will do it based on the window, and it will take the window maximum number from that. What is the minimum value here? Yeah, so if you do window minimum, it will show you. So let me just show you window max also. Window max of sum of sales, comma 0, comma 2. Say okay. If we are in 56,934, so we have told to take the next two values. So from this 3, 56,934 is the maximum value. So you can see that value coming here. So every time it will compare next two values. So if you want to see April 2020 window maximum value, so in all these three, what is the maximum value? So that value you will see it here. Yeah, it will compare only those three, and from those three, whatever is the maximum value, it will show you. So in the same way, window min, sum of sales, comma 0, comma 2. So this is window min. Okay, so Prashant, can you tell me, so on what basis it will calculate? So how you are getting this 26,320 for let's say for April? So here we have mentioned, yeah, April, May, June. What is the lowest value in all these three? Yeah, so that will be your window minimum value. And now let's do window average as well. I'll take same example, 0, comma 2 only. Window average. Okay, so Rakib, can you tell me for June? Hmm. So 97,534 divided by 3. 97,534 divided by 3, which is 32,511. So that is what is your value. So that's how it will calculate across all the months till the end. Okay, any questions in window functions? Okay, let me just show you that as well. So it is basically showing you the number of items. So next two values. So how many number of how many elements are there? Only three. Yeah. So let's say if you add one more, you need to add three, next three. So the count will be four. So yeah, you can add previous also. So it will be okay. So let me add -1. Okay. Okay. If you see, for this it is not changing. Why? Because there is no previous value for January, right? For February, if you see, there is a previous value January and next three values, and the current value will get 5. So this, and next three values. So it is just taking the count of these items. Okay, yeah. Any other questions? Okay. So then we'll move on to the next topic. So I have given the procedure on how to use window functions. Okay, now we'll see how to create a donut chart and a waterfall chart. So let's take. So do you know the procedure of doing the donut chart, Prashant? Okay, I'll just show you. Okay. So let's take region. So whenever you create a pie chart or a donut chart, the values has to be less than or equal to 6. So region has only 4 values. So I'm just taking region, and let's take sales, and click on show me and click on pie chart. So you should be able to see a pie chart. And so pie chart, bar chart, tree map, all these are directly available in Tableau. So this 24 type of charts, if you give the prerequisites that are required to create these charts, so when you hover on that, you will be able to see the prerequisites in the below text. So let's say for packed bubbles, you need to have one or more dimensions or one or two measures. So if you have those things in your row shelf or in the mark shelf, so you will be able to create that particular chart. But for doing donut chart, there we need to do a workaround. So this is what is the workaround. We need to have two sum of one axes. Okay, so to create two axes, we do this. Why? Because for for doing a donut chart, we need to keep one blank circle in the middle of the pie chart so that it looks like a donut chart. So we'll just do a dual axis. Okay, so when you keep this two axes like sum of one, you will see this marks card is creating twice. So one is for this one is for this one. And in one of the marks card, you remove everything so that you can make one pie chart as blank and increase the size of the other pie chart and increase the size of this and change the color to white so that it looks like a donut chart. And in format lines, remove the zero lines. Yeah, so this is how you can represent. And donut chart importance is to show the contribution of each and every category. So let's take sales and put it in the label. And let's take region also, put it in the label. And right click on sales, quick table calculation, say percent of total. So you should be able to see the percent of total. So this is what a donut chart is. Any questions? You can add that, no, nothing like a problem, but it will be no, like you won't see any difference. You can't see the numbers properly. See, now I have taken state, so you can't see visibly. So if I want to see the contribution for all numbers, you can't see it running total. It is difficult to find it out. And for some of them, it is not showing only the percent of total. If I have values like this, so now it is clearly visible for me. For West region, how much is the percentage? East, how much is, so for if it is 6 values and not more than that, you can see it clearly that for each and every percentage, you can watch it clearly. So for this type of item, instead of having a pie chart, if you have a bar chart, so you can see it clearly. All the numbers will be clearly visible. Okay. So depending on your data, you can use the charts. So if you have these many values, so it is not preferable to use a pie chart or a donut chart. Okay, so that's about pie chart. So now let's try. So this is waterfall chart. So waterfall chart is a cumulative effect. So to understand the cumulative uh, effect of the data, and to understand if there are any negative values or the positive values. So to understand the flow of the data, so we create the waterfall chart. So now let's create it in Tableau. How we can understand the flow? So flow meaning, so if you take the data, so there will be some ups and downs in your data. So let's take subcategory. So I'm just showing you the procedure to create a waterfall chart. So let's take sales and convert it as a bar chart. Okay, so this is my sales. Instead of sales, let's take profit. Profit has negative values. Okay, so I'm just taking profit. And let's do a running total. So quick table calculation and running total. What does running total does? Rakib or Prashant, what does running total does? No, it will keep on adding the previous values. Yeah, so let's say this has 41,937, 18,329. So it will keep on adding your previous values. For this appliances, 18,329 plus 41,937. So it will do a running total. So it will, as it keep on adding the previous values, so you can see a increase in the graph. And there are some negative values. So if you see in tables, there is a negative value. So there is a dip that you can see here. Okay, so for doing waterfall chart, what you need to do is you need to do a running total. Okay, which will do a sum of all the values. So it will keep on adding the previous values to the current value. And the next step is you need to click on giant bar. And you need to create a calculated field minus sum of profit. Say okay. Then this is negative profit. Say okay. And say negative profit, you put it in the size. So you will see the profit value coming from the top to bottom. So from here to it will show it in the negative direction. So put it in the size. Okay, so you are able to see in the negative direction. And now I want to, it is coming down, right? So usually the value should go up. So if you have 10, let's say region, and I take sales. From zero line, it is going towards upside, $503,000. It is going towards up, right? And if I put negative from zero line, it will go down into the negative direction. So if I put minus from zero, it is going down. Okay, so here also I have taken negative profit. From that particular line, it is coming down. Whatever is the giant bar is there, from there it is coming down. Yeah, but why? Because we have already taken in the axis, it is considering this one, right? So in the axis, it is not considering this negative value. In the axis, it is considering this running sum. So running sum, it is taking this whatever is the previous value, it is keep on adding, and it is you are getting at the end you are getting $297. Okay, so that is how you are getting, and that is on the basis of sum of profit. Okay, so this axis is based on sum of profit. And from this giant bar, so the line that you see on the top, that is running total. From there, we have kept this negative profit. So what is the value of profit? 41,937. From there to it is coming down. And the next value is 60,000, 18,329. So the width minus 18,000. So the length of that particular bar that you see, that is 18,000. Here, what is the length? 6,000. So if you see, compare, less profit, less negative profit. Yeah, this is more negative profit. Yeah. Okay, now let me put profit in the color. And I'll take step color, two colors, apply. Okay, so these are the negative profits. Okay, so whatever is highlighted in red color, so those are my subcategories which are having negative profits. And now I'll create totals. That is the calculation that I have written. But in actual data, what are the negative values? If you take subcategory, here I'll take sum of profit. Okay, in actual data, these are my negative values, right? These three subcategories. So here I have used negative profit, but that is a procedure to create a waterfall chart. That is the reason I have converted into negative profit. Okay, but profit is not negative for other subcategories. Only these highlighted categories, subcategories are negative profit. So here what I want to show is, so the cumulative effect, the values of this particular subcategory, art, binders, bookcases, adding all these subcategories, I can see a total of $292,297 of profit. All this cumulative effect. When I say cumulative effect, there are sometimes I got profit and sometimes I got negative profit. Combining all this together as a cumulative effect, I got $292,297. That is what we can depict from the waterfall chart. Okay, so you can see when there is a, so I'll just zoom in. So when there is a positive profit, so it is increasing. So you're going towards upside. Let me take a screenshot. Okay, so when you have a positive profit, so rest all are having positive profit. So you are going in the positive direction. Okay, this particular bookcases has negative profit. So you are going in the down direction. That means it is reducing the value. Okay, if you see, it will keep on adding the value. So it is starting at this point and it is keep on increasing till here. And whenever you have positive values, every time it will increasing. Okay, whenever you have positive values, it is increasing. But whenever you have negative value, it's starting here only, but it is going down. Okay, and the next value, if you get positive, it will start from here and go towards up. So that is how it is. Sorry. నెగిటివ్ ఉన్న ప్రాఫిట్ ఉన్న ద ప్రీవియస్ వాల్యూ దగ్గర నుంచే స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది. పాజిటివ్ ఉంటే పైకి వెళ్తుంది, నెగిటివ్ ఉంటే కిందికి వెళ్తుంది. సో ఇఫ్ ఇట్ Okay. Accessories value is 41,937. Hmm. It is going towards up. I mean, bar is going upwards. I'm telling. Bar is going upwards here. And if you see this bar, it is coming downwards. So every bar, it is starting at the edge of the previous bar. If you see at the edge of the previous bar only, it is starting. Even this is also at the edge of the previous bar, it is starting. But positive values starting at this edge of the bar and going towards upwards. For this bookcases, starting at the edge of this bar, but it is going towards down. Why? Because this has negative value, negative profit. Okay, so you can see in this chart as well. Okay, this, let's take this one. Okay, so even if it is positive or negative, it will start from the previous value here only. Here started, here also it started at the edge of the previous value. But if you see here, at the edge of the previous value, it is going towards upwards. That meaning it is increasing. I mean, it has a positive profit. Here also it is going towards upwards. It has a positive profit. But in case of negative profit, if you see, it is starting at the edge of this previous value, but it is going towards down. And the next value also, it is starting at the edge of this value and it is going towards down. That is why we can assume or we can say that this particular subcategory has a negative profit. Okay, so the cumulative effect of all these negatives and profits all together, you will get a total of $292,297. So that is what is the depiction of this particular waterfall chart. So even if you have some negative values, you have got some positive outcome, which is $292,297. So that is how we can create the waterfall chart. So if you see in this chart also, so it started at 5,000. So whenever there are negative values, the bar is going down. And whenever there is a positive value, the green one you see, it is started at there and it is going towards up. And that is a positive value. Okay, the cumulative effect at the end you can see. At the end you have 7,959. So all this, even if you have some profits or negative profits or the positive profit, at the end you have a profit. Mhm. Forget about this negative profit. That is to create this waterfall chart. Okay, you don't consider only the exact profit. So only these are the negative profits. Okay, only bookcases, supplies, tables. Yeah, also include the positive one. So this is just the procedure of creating a waterfall chart. That is the reason I have created a negative profit. Okay. But you need to really understand what is exactly the negative profits. So only these three subcategories are having the negative profit. So yeah, bookcases, supplies, and tables. Whenever you have negative values, it will be very useful. Uh, you can show the cumulative effect. Yeah, if it is increasing or decreasing, then also. So basical funda of showing waterfall chart is to show the cumulative effect. Even if you don't have negative values, you can use this. The cumulative effect is coming to this one, the total. Let's say you are getting sum of sales of this much to 23 lakh 26,534. So how you are getting that sum of sales? Because of some regions. So all this together. Okay, so in bar chart, if you are showing it like this, so this is just showing you the division of region values. But waterfall chart, it is showing you the cumulative effect. Adding up of all these values is giving you this total value. Okay, so the depiction, the representation is different. You can show the data in bar chart also. So same subcategory profit you can show in the bar chart also, but the way of representation is different. Here I'm representing, I'm getting a total of 292,297 profit because of these values, because of this cumulative effect of all the subcategories. I'm getting the total. So whenever you explain also, you have to explain in this way, saying it is a cumulative effect of having negative and profit values. Combining all together, we will get a total sum value. Okay, any other questions? Okay, so I have given the procedure to build this particular waterfall chart. So use these steps, build this in your desktop and share the link in group. Yeah. Okay, then thank you all for joining. We'll continue tomorrow. Thank you.